Good evening. Oh. It's a little bit loud, isn't it? There we go. I don't think I have the degree necessary to understand Viper. I don't know if you were here, Ryuzaki. Oh no, because I would have been that would have been during the Ace Attorney stream, which is probably not your time zone. I talked a little bit about Viper, and I'm probably going to talk about it a little bit here because I'm going to end up leveling Viper at some point too, during this stream. But Viper is designed in such a way that you can't just go and look at the spell list and understand it. In fact, it refuses to be understood via just that, because everything is so fucking interconnected and named so similarly that it is impenetrable. And I might be a little bit grumpy. This might be a little bit of the grump coming out in me, but I don't like it. Like, it's very intuitive in certain senses, but, like, that intuitiveness is I can... You know what, I'll talk about that later when I'm actually touching Viper, because we've got some Picto to do beforehand, which I have nothing but praise for. I fucking love it. There's a couple of things, like, here and there where I'm still, like... I feel like we could have just, like, you know... There's, like, things here and there that are, like, a slight bit too restrictive, but I understand is, like, all I'll say is Sam's probably staying by default melee. I mean, for Viper specifically, the mandatory double weaving is just, that's out. I'm not playing that. Or at least I'm not playing that at a high level. It might be fun to fuck around with, but, like, I'm not playing that in Savage. That seems like a fucking nightmare. But yeah. But yeah, with Picto, there's a thing here or there where I'm just kind of like, I wish you could spend Holy in white charges while you had a Comet in black, and I kind of wish you could weave back into the regular rotation when you have subtractive rotation charges. But the thing there is that I don't think one is necessarily harder than the other or more skill expressive. I prefer... I would prefer a scenario where I'm actively thinking about what I'm gonna press as opposed to thinking about the forward-thinking bit for Picto specifically, because it's already got so many forward-thinking things you need to think about that I feel like easing it back a bit with something that's a bit more like cast-to-cast would be neat, like having both of those things. And I might also be bitter that Summoner didn't really get more in the way of, hey, you should plan your summons. So seeing this, I was just like, can we move this requirement over to Summoner? Can we put some casts back in Summoner and maybe make it take a little bit of thought for what you're gonna do? But no. Still, I really, really like Picto. So hopefully its job quest ends in a good way. We'll find out now. Turn that back down again. I think that got it back down to roughly where I had it before. Hang on, I need to check Windows volume as well. Yeah, no, that's mixed correctly. Alright, sweet. But yeah, I agree. I tend to agree, Ryuzaki. Vipers are definitely not for me, I think. Like, I like the idea of certain parts of it, but like, again, the amount it's interweaved into each other with the combo system is just like anathema to me. Anyway, I'll be a grump about Viper later. And this could all change. Like, maybe I'll get used to it enough that, like, I'm past the learning portion and I like it after that. But I'm probably still gonna be like, hey, that learning portion fucking sucks. You're basically asking me to just put buttons on my hotbar and just press buttons, and I feel like for some people that's gonna be pretty good, but that's going to turn so many people off, I feel. Kupopo heartily nods in your general direction. So about this locked room puzzle. Why, Aldine, I can tell you've been applying yourself to your training. Oh yes, the enigmatic aura of an accomplished artist is unmistakable. I put mine of Jean-Q Teleq as he was in his prime, Coupeau. I don't know if he's slayed, though. Now then, imagine a great big canvas that has yet to receive even a single drop of paint. That, unfortunately, is the state of my search for Baruru. I can find any new clues to her whereabouts, and I'm at a loss as to what to do next. Perhaps we should consider what Baruru's objective might have been? Why did you two have a falling out in the first place? I'm at a loss too, Coupeau. What was she doing selling all this shit? Baruru's objective? If we're even to guess, then I think I have no choice but to revisit the events of that fateful day. Let us speak of the very root of our troubles. The argument that led to Baruru and I going our separate ways. On that day, the two of us returned to Limsa Laminsa after a journey, the first without Jean-Q Teleq's company. Old age and long years on the road had taken their toll, and we had made the difficult decision to leave him in the care of a sanatorium. Oh. With a smile on his face, he lay to bed. He had wished us well on our coming adventure, and reminded Baruru that she mustn't... Someone interrupts you again. Could it be? Yes, it must! Baruru has become part of the painting. What? What? The painting of the clues, or...? I don't blame you for being confused. I promise to make everything clear soon, Coupeau. Aldine, you've been the best student I could have hoped for. You've trained diligently, aided those in need, and kept your promise to me. I can't rightly ask more of you, but for this thing I'm about to do, I'm afraid I must. I beg you, lend me your strength one last time, Coupeau. What are you planning on doing? I mean, I'm up for it, but... Huh? Come and meet me at the Jadeite flood. I'll be waiting. What? Huh? The what? The who? God, I don't know where we're going. I don't recognize that name either. Hey. There you are, Aldine. I know you must have many questions. Allow me to explain everything, Coupeau. It took a few pretty pleases, but I convinced the ossuary priest to let us borrow the painting. Baruru inherited it and the other works from Jean-Q Teleq after he passed away. Right. On the day of our argument, Baruru and I returned from our first journey together, as I said. But when we arrived at the sanatorium to see how Jean-Q Teleq had fared in our absence, all that awaited us was a few of his paintings and personal belongings. The fell fiend had found its way into the facility a few days prior. Seeking to protect his fellow patients, Jean-Q Teleq confronted and vanquished the beast. But the exertion proved too much. Baruru and I were devastated. If only we had returned sooner, taken a quicker route, or not wasted as much time, Jean might still be alive. Such thoughts tormented us, Coupeau. Baruru took it hardest, for she had lost her only family. She clung to me and wept like a child with her doll. And I, in a moment of poor judgment, said something foolish. Yet told her that she needn't depend on me, so she could stand on her own 2 feet as a Pictomancer. That she should. She shoved me away in anger. One unkind word led to another. We shouted at each other till our throats were hoarse. When there was nothing left to say, she stormed off alone, cradling Jean's paintings in her arms. The rest you know. Sometime after, she journeyed to Uldar, sold the paintings for the funds to purchase her tomb, then vanished. For so long I've been unable to understand what she was thinking, and where she might have gone. But the answer was right under our noses, Kupo. You see, Baru possessed such a vivid imagination that she could bring any of her thoughts to life. As this rare gift allowed her not only to create but reshape, Jean made her promise that she would never use the power to alter a living being. No. But in her grief, she did just that. She made herself one with this painting. You... What the fuck is Pictomancy, dude? Huh? It's hard to believe, I know. The painting itself tells the tale. Once it exuded warmth and whimsy. Now, it's enshrouded in a stifling pall of sorrow. And this brings me to my request. Using my own magics, I want to enter the painting and save Baru. I don't know if I can do it alone. Can I rely upon your aid, Aldine? You're gonna send us into the painting? I'm in your debt. Be warned, the painting will be a world where one's imagination is made manifest. That's to say, anything can happen. So see to it you are fully prepared, Kupo. Bro, what the fuck? That's, like, up until this point, oh yeah, Pictomancy's pretty cool, but like, where's the border of this power? You turn living beings into paint. All set to dive into the painting, Kupo? Ready when you are. Oh boy. So you can Luigi's Mansion people, essentially, yeah. Fuck is this, dungeon meshy? I think we're using the Grand Cosmos room? That's pretty smart. Looks like we made it, Kupo. Wait, what? Grand Cosmos? But how? Oh? Is the scenery familiar to you? Yeah, it's a place in one of the reflections. You've been to such a place in another world. I mean, thought of it boggles the mind, Kupo. As I recall, Jean saw this opulent palace in a dream. Was inspired to recreate it on canvas. Perhaps his arcane affinity allowed him to visit worlds beyond our own in his sleep. Or perhaps someone from the world sent him the vision, Kupo. Regardless, we are undoubtedly within the painting. Baru must be here somewhere. Let's go, Aldine. We're getting some Shadowbringers music, too. Okay. This is interesting. So, paintings, Kupo. I have a feeling about this. Wait a minute! In the Grand Cosmos, paintings came alive! Shut the fuck up! Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Oh, right, I changed that button. Bro, what? This is fucking wild if this is about to tell us that, like, some of Pictomancy actually originated in the first as well. Like, I wonder if they're just using this to reuse assets, or if there's another intention here. Baruru! It's me, Kupopo! I've come for you! You've come... for me? No one would do that. No one. Master Zhong's gone because of me. Because I was too late. You mustn't say that, Baruru. You're not to blame. Even Kupopo has abandoned me. My only friend. That isn't true. I'll always be your friend, no matter what. Please, Baruru. Please come back to me. Oh. She belongs to me. You have no place here. Master Jean-Q Teleq? No. You're just a shade born of the imagination. That you should call me a shade, Kupopo. Such insolence cannot be borne. Hey, where'd you get that fit, man? Whoop. Try that again, asshole. Ryoshan would never hurt Kupopo. A Pictomancer. One in possession of my soul crystal, no less. An imitation. You are no match for the master you aspire to be. Oh, this is Dawn Trail battle music. Oh my god. My imagination is my own, and it's more than a match for yours. Bold words. But you will soon be made to know the true power of Pictomancy. Sick. You're within my masterwork. Imagination dictates reality. I shall paint the finishing touches in shades of your terror. Hello, Shadow Nook. I have no idea who or what that is. All right. Imagine moving. You did it, Aldine! Your imagination triumphed over his. Baruru. Wake up, Baruru. Come on now, you stubborn fool of a Lalafell! Snap out of it! Popo? What are you doing here? We came to bring you back, Kupo. We've been looking all over for you. And then he turned into a giant wraith, and it was the biggest mistake he made. I never thought that anyone would come after me in the painting. Aldine, was it? Thank you for accompanying Kupopo in his journey. Why did you enter this painting? I thought I might be able to meet Master Jean-Q Teleq here. He died because of me. Because I lacked the experience to anticipate what could happen. It's not your fault, Baruru. Even the brightest, most imaginative of minds can't predict the future, Kupo. Why are you even here? Trying to be nice after everything you said. My own best friend, and you abandoned me when I needed you. Told me to make my own way. You know why I said what I said, Kupo. I'm not real. No matter how much... What? No matter how much I wish it, I can't remain by your side forever. Like the Jean-Q Teleq we defeated, I'm a product of Pictomancy. Your imaginary friend, and nothing more. It isn't uncommon for children to have imaginary friends. They create us in their minds to help cope with their struggles. But children grow up, and when they do, we disappear, Kupo. You don't have to disappear, though. I painted you into being, my very first creation. Just like I painted Master Jean-Q Teleq, so I could fix my mistake, so I wouldn't be alone. Pictomancers can do wonderful things. By bringing our imagination to life, we bring hope to those in need, Kupo. I really should have thought about the reason that Kupopo could actually enter the painting. Because we wouldn't fucking know how to do that. But then, Kupopo's not a Pictomancer. Otherwise, it's not weird to assume they probably could just do that. This, Aldine learned through his journey. And so did you, Beruru. But no matter how harsh reality may be, a Pictomancer isn't meant to paint over it, Kupo. Rather than escape reality, we're meant to give people the courage to face it. But how can I when those who matter most to me are gone? This is gonna fucking make me cry, dude. Oh my god. If you carry on for them, they'll always be with you. Carry on as a Pictomancer. For Master Jean-Q Teleq and Kupopo. Perhaps I can find the strength to stand on my own by holding them in my heart. You will, Kupo! You absolutely will! You'll be just fine. Safe in the knowledge that I can now take my leave, Kupo. Farewell, Aldine. It was a joy to journey with you. Farewell, Beruru. You're my dearest friend. You always will be. I think I put too many eye drops in my eyes, guys, chat. I think I put one too many eye drops in my eyes. Hang on a second. I'm gonna see if these other people talk about that. Oh my... Ugh. Okay, look. Recency bias? That might be one of the best job quests in the entire game. That actually might be one of the best job quests in the entire game. Oh, these people are probably, like, getting into the instance and they're not teleported to it until the thing's done. Either that or this person's actually advanced through it, but... Aldine. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused. Thank you for helping Kupopo to find and save me. When he faded away, a warm and comforting ether flowed into my body. The magic I used to create him, I think. In that instant, the moments and memories he shared with you became mine. The shade of the shroud, the chill of Kurthus. Ruins. Thank you, Death Doily, for the follow. I hope you appreciate. I really appreciate that. Sorry, mixed two lines together. I really appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed me almost crying there. Fuck, dude. Ugh. The brilliance of Kugane. The two of you traveled far. I felt Kupopo's desperation as he searched for me. His yearning for our days on the road with Master Jean-Q Teleq. And his happiness at having found a friend in you. What of you, Aldine? How did you find the journey? It was hard keeping up with Kupopo. I wonder if I should say that as, like, levity to this. This feels a bit cold. And this is, like, obviously remembering, but I feel like this could get a chuckle. So I'm keeping up with Kupopo. Deeply unserious comment. Oh, I know what you mean. Popo was a little too carefree at times. But he meant well. I hope you came to appreciate him as I once did. I saw my first Moogle here, you know? Where it danced through the air so full of life and joy. What child wouldn't have wanted a friend like that? I could create him again. Recall the feeling and the image and paint him anew. But I won't. Because, as the two of you taught me, parting isn't the end. Thank you, Aldine. For everything you've done for both Kupopo and me. From here, I will set out on another journey as a Pictomancer. Wherever I go, I vow to paint a path of hope as Master Jean once did. And just as you will continue to do, I'm sure. It's peak. God damn. Yeah, that's up there with Dark Knight for me. 100%. I... Yeah, goddamn. I think, like, it starts off from an interesting, like, point of view, where it's really, like... It's really emphasizing the importance of the Warrior of Light's journey, and how that informs how they are as a Pictomancer. And it takes that into an interesting direction when we start really coming across Baruru's trail. Because that is the thing that Kupopo is kind of not want to reflect on, and I would imagine partly because of, you know, the falling out they had. And I think that it ends up, like, with, like, some really awesome messaging in there about, like, loss and grief. And, like, silver linings. I don't know, man. I'm genuinely having a hard time, like, putting this all into words, but, like, for me, that is not the best. That is, like, top 3 easy. That's insane. Well, okay, not only is this, like, easily my favorite job in the game now, it also contains one of my favorite job quests in the entire game. And, like, I wasn't sure if we were... I wasn't, like... I don't know if the game will ever top Dark Knight. Dark Knight is something that's really hard to top, and I think... I think Pictomancer gives me some hope, because whoever was in charge of writing this is clearly... Well, I mean, they're a writer, so they are an artist, but, like, they really, really think about artistry and what purpose it serves and how these things form together. And it's very clear from all of that. It's very clearly reflected in the writing here. And the amazing thing is that it comes the closest I think a job quest has ever come to in having something Dark Knight did, which is a grim reflection on the reality of the Warrior of Light and a deep introspection on how that character feels. Now, this job quest didn't go into that too much, because the point was more... The thing they're building up to... It's strange, because, like, on one hand, I feel like, given where the Warrior of Light is at in their journey, it makes sense that they'd be in a position to really take this on and make it their own and understand why and how it is as powerful as it is, and to help the characters out in those situations. And the point isn't really to examine the Warrior of Light and their thoughts like it is for Dark Knight, but I do think that it does do an interesting character study through Kupopo and the Warrior of Light discussing things before they go and confront Baruru. Yeah, I say again, that's peak. That's phenomenal. I can't sing its praises enough. Yeah. Not much more to say. With that, we're gonna go and start, we'll get back to Viper, where I'll be a little bit of a grump and talk about game design and shit. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna play Aldine again until, the day we start the MSQ, so I'm gonna park him right here, ready for his next journey. God, you're so pretty, dude. But yeah. That means... getting flashbanged. I will say, I don't know if this was the case initially, but it looks like the flash screen isn't pure white. It feels like it's got a little bit of not desaturation. It looks a little more grey than white, and I think it's because it's trying to lean into to take the edge off before it transforms into the more colourful sort of palette. Although I'm surprised in that case that they didn't go with like a yellow or an orange that was desaturated a bit, but that might not have worked as much. Either way, it doesn't feel like it's a completely white flashbang, but yeah. What did I end up? Oh, that's right, I was looking at Tombstone stuff. Because this boy is missing Tombstone. Right, how long have we got for Ooh, that's not long at all. Yeah, and in the meantime, I can go and do some... I didn't unlock the tribe quests with this character, I don't think. I'll blast through them, it's fine. I just need to get to the point that I get the dailies. Granted, I don't think with this character I've ever really felt the need to do that, but... Oh, yeah. No, we haven't even done this bit yet. I'll get to hit a few things in this questline anyway, so that kind of works. You know what? For this portion of the... Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh, God. I thought I was going to get another band I want to see today announcing a tour in Australia, but no, that's EU and the UK. So, my wallet is safe for another day. Let's pull up some music. Or do we want to just go with the unfriendly playlist? Yeah, we might do that. That's a bit loud. There we go. Oh, y'all can't hear that yet? You should be able to now. But yeah, okay. I want to at least press some buttons on Viper before I go on my rant. But, yeah, like, I'm not the biggest fan of the learning process with this. Because, like... Oh, yeah, she's gonna follow, right. It's, yeah, like, so what I was saying before was that the job, refuses to be learnt just by looking at this, because this is entirely deceptive. It's indicative, you can use it for a lot of, like, purposes, but, like, just the sheer amount of unassignable actions that weave off of existing actions is just like... Yeah, it's impenetrable in a way I'm not really a fan of. Which is funny, because, like, I feel like the general structure of this is similar to Monk in some ways. where, like, you've essentially got, like, rather than, like, 2 rows of 3 buttons, you would technically have, like, 2 buttons, and then 2 buttons, and then I think 4. So you got, like, 8, which is a little different, obviously. And some of the condensing I'm fine with, but just, like, to some degree, like, obfuscating all of it into 2 buttons makes it, like, really hard to, like, tell what you should be doing. Like, when I'm planning the layout of my buttons, I'm looking at, like, form and function, right? What are my cooldowns? What are my combo abilities? What are my instant abilities? There's a lot of that informs, like, where I put those buttons to kind of inform my own muscle memory, because I can, you know, hit this button here that's always going to be second wind or some recovery button. I can hit the button that's here to hit a defensive that doesn't exist for Viper. And, like, that's not to say that the job needs to be designed around its existing kind of rubrics or anything like that to be good. I just think that, like, the particular way they designed it, specifically with the buttons they chose to condense. And the funny thing is, too, it's really strange that they ended up, like, not condensing stuff like these, but they did the core rotation. Because I'd much rather these be condensed in some way than the core rotation. But that's, like, a personal choice, right? It's, oh. Yes, that's very nice. I have a main scenario. Like, yeah, like, if I'm looking through this now trying to tell what buttons I can even press, it's kind of hard, because, like, it's spread across 2 things in the level 50 lists, and it's like... what the fuck am I even looking at? Yeah. I'm curious how I feel about it once it adds few more buttons, because, like, with Picto, for example, at around this level, I've said before, it feels like playing DPS as a healer. Like, you're just hitting one button over and over again. You've got the canvases that add some things to it, but you don't have, like, enough to really make it interesting. You're just hammering the same button over and over again until you need to hit the weapon skills, until you need to hit the creature skills. And that's about it. Which, you know, doesn't have to be the most complex, meaningful thing in the world before that point. I just think there's, like, missed opportunity to mix some of the mechanics there. And it looks at least a little bit like Viper's not doing that thing with... Well, actually, no, I haven't played it at 50, so I guess we find out here, right? Although I do think the single target, or sorry, the AoE rotations, possible actions are simpler? I'm not 100% sure about that. It could also be that I'm at level 50 and there's less stuff going on, but... Because, yeah, it doesn't look like it ever matters what my second button is. Or, also, this is another thing, too. I don't know if it's just because of the way... I don't know the background tech in terms of how their, combo system is meant to work. but it doesn't function for these combos, so it's really unclear what is even going on half the time. Although it might just be that you need to... It might just be that you need to alternate the second button all the time, then? And that there's only 2 finishes instead of 4, which would probably explain why that is actually simpler. Yeah, like, once I got my claws into it, the combo system does feel like it flows pretty well, and you just kind of follow the left or right on the gauge, and you're good. Like, that just tells you where to go. And in fact, I kind of like that. I haven't touched Monk since it got updated, but I'm hoping the stance is actually reflected in the gauge too. Obviously, you don't have the same problem as, like, losing where you are in the combo with, Viper as you do Monk. Like, you should probably know that you press, you know, one of your second combos to go into the third. But, like, I like that gauge design. I know a lot of people just kind of laughed it off, like, oh, this is fucking useless. But I'm like, no. I don't want to have my big buttons just, like, in the middle of the screen. I like to look at the gauges, because they shortcut a lot of information that I otherwise in 14 have some complex setups for. The way it does this is, like, a lot simpler, and it leverages the fact that it is, like, condensed in that way to actually feed you information in a more visually interesting way, as opposed to relying on you looking at your hotbars. And yeah, I think your gauges should actually give you an idea of the state you're in. And there's some argument to be had over, like, you know, whether it should literally tell you what to do next. But I think that's a line that can be very subjective for people, and in my opinion at least isn't really a serious kind of critique of it. Because, like, one of the things I really had a problem with, like, Summoner, for example, is just, like, well, back in, Shadowbringers, specifically, like, look, it doesn't, on the gauge for your, on your summoning gauge that used to get, you know, Bahamut or Phoenix, you really only had it, and I don't think anything else. Like, it was just grey most of the time. And one of the improvements they've made when they went to Endwalker is have actually your summons there. Because, like, otherwise you'd have to look at your buttons, and I think it's just neat to have that included in the one spot. You look at that thing, you know what summons next, you know what you know what demi summons next, you know what summons you have up your sleeve, you can make some decisions on that. That informs you about the state of where you are with Summoner. And in Shadowbringers, I really wish they made you have, like, a further ruin stack tracker in the gauge that just told you how many of those you had left. Because that was literally the only other thing I needed from that UI. Tell me how many stacks of further ruin I had. Because it's hidden in my buffs, and, like, you know, unless I really want to go searching for it, I'd have to bring a button up that doesn't actually tell me the stacks, only whether or not I can use it, which is not enough info for me. Alright, time to lock in. Don't pull the boss. Please. Oh, right. It's only 1 and 2. I keep forgetting that. Dropped. How long does it last for? It doesn't really last that long. Let me double do that then. Like, that combo flow is kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie. You are just alternating between the 2 buttons, but, like, because it's interesting, because I think it has a thing that not other many jobs do, specifically because they're not condensed. And that's that, like, you need to kind of react to what's happening here. Because it's not immediately obvious what your next button press could be. And if you're not paying attention, it's basically just a 50-50. And it also doesn't tell you which of your starters you should use. Because it doesn't matter for the process of guiding you to the empowered combo, but because that is something you should be paying attention to yourself. And oddly, the disconnect between that and the buttons you need to press, or the physicality of the buttons being all different, and there being specific button priorities, means that you do need to kind of... It is a lot more reactive in, like, the immediate way. Like, you do... Like, it's not difficult enough that you need a lot of brain power, but it's not simple enough that you can just stop paying attention to it. Because you do need to tell... You do kind of need to think of which light is actually up, and also... Did you press 2 as a starter recently? Like, and I don't think the combo needs to be more complicated than that. And obviously, like, the way it's kind of branches out is, like, specifically not simple. But, like, they managed to put something simple in there that complex in there that's actually simple to start understanding when you're literally pressing the buttons. Like, whatever problems I might have with readability in the tooltips and stuff like that, once you start pressing buttons, yeah, you're gonna figure out what you need to do. Like, it's not literally impossible. I just think there's a bit of a problem getting there, especially when you don't have the combo visual in front of you. And maybe the combo's, like, complex enough that they don't have a good way of displaying it, and it's a technical issue. And I hope they resolve that, because, like, if they do something this complex again, it's worth understanding how to make a more complex combo tree. I mean, you've kind of already got it with Samurai, but it does have, like, an extra level to it, which probably complicates things a bit. I gotta shut up for the bass here. But yeah. That's at least, like, the very basics, right? That's, like, without any of the other combos in it, I like how this core combo system works. I think it's a neat way to have a intuitive tell to go through a complex combo system. And you just need to be ready for which of the 2 buttons you're going to press. And I think that's neat. I think that's a clever little game that is, like, the basis of everything else. And, hell, I think shows that, like, you can actually still have combos that are condensed that do require you to think about the button you're going to press. Once I get to a stage that I'm playing with more of the buttons, I'll probably talk about those a bit more. But then again, there isn't too much happening here. Yeah. Is this really all I have at 50? Hold on. Yeah, I don't have any of the procs, and I don't have any of the dual blade stuff yet. All of that is later on. Yeah. Charles, I think... Well, I think I saw other people say this, but Charles is absolutely right when he said that, like, it reminds him of Dancer a lot. And one of the things I like about Dancer, actually, is that, like, I had a setup in my UI that's just, like... So, it's this, okay? With Dancer, there is... Your core combo, there is always a specific correct button to hit. But it's not literally highlighting the one button you need to hit. It's going to be highlighting other buttons, and you need to kind of internalize what that means. So you've got your regular 1 and 2, and then you've got a proc 1 and 2. So whatever state you're actually in is going to be different. Basically, like, if you've got highlighted 1 and proc 1, you should probably spend proc 1, because otherwise you'll munch if you hit 1. If both 2s are highlighted, you should spend proc 2 to make sure you can press 2 without munching a proc. And in that way, those 4 buttons lit up in any configuration has one specific thing that is the best thing to press every single time. But it becomes pretty busy if you're holding a lot of procs. So you might have proc 1 and 2 and have 2 ready, but if you don't know what those 3 buttons highlighted means for where you are, you can get lost. And it's a really, like, small thing. Like, Dancer isn't hard to play. Generally, a lot of people say Dancer is, like, pretty straightforward. And it is. But, like, I think there's, like, neat little things to it where, like, there's, like, just enough to keep awake. Like, you need to look at the buttons that are highlighted and interpret, oh, right, these buttons being highlighted means I need to press this button specifically. Actually, I don't think your second button actually gets lit up. Sorry, your first button. Your first button can't get lit up because the combo doesn't lead into it. But, like, and we're talking on, like, the challenges a job presents you even on a micro level, even if it's something easily surmounted, right? Like I said, there is always a correct answer with Dancer. There is no ambiguity whatsoever. But there's just enough there that if you just, like, looked back at it and you weren't tracking where your combo was before, like, a burst, for example, if you don't know what all those buttons being lit up means, tough luck. And it's the same with Viper here, where, like, you've got the gauge that tells you the button you should press. But it's gonna be random enough that if you're not paying attention to what step you're in and you don't memorize the pattern, is kind of gonna be a little bit 50-50 of which one you're gonna hit. And then on top of that, one of them that you should be hitting every now and then isn't highlighted at all, and it's a starter skill. So there's, like, just enough of a wrinkle there to, I think, make a compelling, like, basic loop. My problem is pretty much with everything after that. So, like, I think there's a problem with, like, the way it actually communicates how the job should work. And I like the core rotation. But then, like, some of the extra stuff I'm not a fan of, and it's basically because, like, high ping double weaving or machinist weaving. Which, you know, if you know anything about machinist is... Wait, where's the healer? Oh. Okay, I guess we're just going without the healer, sure. god, I didn't realize the electric field actually made noise. Oh, come on. Again? Fuck you, Nero. Son of a bitch. Oh, fuck. I always mess that up at some point. The annoying thing is that it actually loops, but, like, for some reason, the second time around, I always try and do, like, a overly intense version and fuck up the rhythm. Oh, someone just popped 60.
Look for the lips control panel. It'll be somewhere nearby. Take the lid down, and you should find yourself in the chamber of the Ultima weapon.
Yeah, I'd talk a bit more about Viper, but I'd want to bring up the spell list to do it. Oh, I guess I could kind of do it off my head. So, like... Okay, so I think the only other mechanic that's really there at the moment is the dual blades. And the whole thing there is that you basically have, on a cooldown, a secondary set of combos. So it starts off with one button, and then, you get 2 GCDs to hit, and each GCD will give you 2 OGCDs that you can hit, and it gives you an order to hit them in. And it might just be from my time, you know, it might be just because of my time fucking in JP data centers before OCE, and, just having played with laggy connections most of my life. But the idea of double weaving successively on hits like that makes me cringe. I hate it. When I was doing Savage with Samurai, I was doing everything in my power to not double weave where I could. And it elongated the OGCDs I needed to use in the burst phase for sure, but it was far more comfortable and reliable.
Which is strange.
Not in, like... I'm on a better connection now, like, and the server is much closer. I could do the double weaving. I just don't fucking want to. If I can spread out those OGCDs and it doesn't lead to a damage loss, I'll fucking do it. Yeah, I'm just not a really big fan of the enforced double weave. And, like, it's funny because I feel like they really haven't, like, well, no, actually, I think they've said in the past for Machinist they don't care. Like, yeah, Machinist does have a high ping problem. And, like, I can respect that to some degree, because, like, not having something like that means that you have to... There's design space that you lose by not being able to do that, right? Like, you can't have something that is doing a short recast, short GCD thing that you could only fit one OGCD into and that's it. And it's a very intense phase. But, like, at the same time, like... yeah, I don't know if there's actually a way to fix that, honestly. Because, like, I'm thinking about the Machinist version, right? Like, how would you actually address that? The only thing I can think of is that, like, what's the name of it? Overcharge? Hypercharge? Hypercharge, GCDs give you a buff. And every 2 buffs, you get a free use of Ricochet and, Gorse shot, which are changing in Dawn Trail. That's the only way I think you can actually make it kind of work in a way that, like, you can essentially use it to build up those OGCDs and spread them out. But, like, the amount of OGCDs you get and the time you burst just doesn't make that work. Like, you can't feasibly fit all of them in there. Someone already pulled? What the fuck? Oh, they must fucking JP client. Fucking impatient. Oh, that was the wrong one. Fuck. Blank. Oh, you son of a bitch. Behind. Oh my god. I think I might have overkicked there. Whoops. Oh, I love it when people do this.
We shall see if you can finish what you have started.
Blank. Oh, that was... Whoops. second starter, honestly. Oh, it might have been worth it on this, actually. Button. Wow, I really didn't hit a level from that? What did I get? Okay. Oh. No. Ugh. Alright, Ogul, where'd you go? Ghoul. What? Is she in here? Oh, there she is. Hey. But I do like the idea of some of these, because, like, it's basically, like, an alternate combo that guaranteed gives you the shit you want? Did I fucking fly past? Yeah, I did. Huh. How the fuck did I manage to do that? Oh, did I hit the wrong button there? Wait, what happened? Oh, I think I did, actually. Yeah, that's the one that inflicts noxious gash. I was confused for a second, because I was like, wait, that should have put the debuff... Something along the line should have put the debuff on the enemy, but no, it's the initial hit. Because essentially, these two end up being your alternates in the first level deep. Wow, we're really, really going on the... Wait. I pressed shuffle and it didn't fucking persist. You bitch. Ugh. God, that's annoying. But yeah, like, I like the idea of it, and it might grow on me a bit, but I can't not be cognizant of the way that aspect of the job plays. And especially when your burst window is gonna be entirely taken up by that shit. Because I think I think in Awaken, you get, like, a shorter GCD and OGCDs that all basically fit together one after the other with no gaps. And, cool idea. Jesus Christ, that's going to be awful to play on a high ping. And I think that's, like, most of the job, honestly, is, like, a couple of other ways you can end up proccing this shit, and, like, basically you've got, like, a whole bunch of GCDs on CDs that give you OGCDs that you need to hit, and then you balance the regular combo on top of that. And, like, it might be a cool, like, semi-turn off my brain and just enter the flow state job. But when it's competing with Pictomancer right now, like, there's no contest. Oh, wrong way. I really should have done these earlier. Well, I guess the thing is that, like, when I finish leveling a job on a character that's not, Aldine, I tend to leave it at 80 unless I'm really interested. Which means that I've rarely ever unlocked the beast tribe, or, unlocked the tribe quests for any of this. Where's the last one? Oh, it might be on the dock. Yep, there we go. It goes right back to animals. God damn it. YouTube's having a laugh tonight, clearly. Look, I think... Do I need to... I feel like there's another quest line in Yedlima, in, Thavnir in general that I have to do before I get, before I get to do... the like, dailies. Can't even remember. Oh, no, it's the one at Palika's stand, because it's got to do with the, it's got to do with getting medicine for the child. What am I doing here? Wait at the designated location, then follow the boy. Right. There's that new tech. It's good shit. I appreciate that that also just flashes up when you're close, rather than... Ooh, dear. Really intense music for a chase scene. I did it. I do appreciate that the example they used in the patch notes for that particular functionality was the one quest in Endwalker that everyone got caught out by. It's a little unfortunate that they didn't have that in before, because it's, like, good visual aids like that are almost never a bad thing. Like, even if they were optional, it's just like, hey, we're going to turn these on by default. If you're annoyed by them, turn them off. Like, that's a better world to live in than the one where it's like, oh yeah, well, for sight-impaired people, you can deal with it. Depth perception and, like, really detailed things on the screen you need to see? Nah. Yeah, it is this one. I thought so. I really should go and do this for my other characters. Although I won't need it for forever, because, yeah, with this I will have done every job quest. Actually. Vanispati. Wow, I'm actually surprised there isn't a DPS, there's a DPS spot open there. I do kind of wish the dash wasn't to a target, but huh. I wonder what these people are doing. What the fuck is that title? 789th Order Champion? Huh. I wonder if that's Dawn Trail related. There is also a Heart of the Party there, so it makes me wonder if one of them's new and the other is bringing the fly. Thank you, fucking Christ. So come to think of it, yeah, what else is there? There's Uncoiled Fury. Rattling Coil? Oh. Right. You need Rattling Coil to use that. Is that just... Yeah, no. I was gonna say, that doesn't do just a GCD hit by itself, but no, I think it does, like, Uncoiled Twin Fang, Uncoiled, Twin Blood. Although I don't... 100 to the first. 100 to the first. These sound like AoEs. Oh. Executed after Hunter's Coil. Oh, maybe this is an AoE... What are we doing again? Oh, shrub. What? Bro? God damn it. Am I really gonna die here? Fucking Christ. Oh no. What? Wait, hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh my god. I thought I could kick him. Fuck! Yeah, I don't have a lot of gear for, this level, I think. I think I've got just the basic shit. Oh, wow, I don't even have level... Oh, no, they're level 80, but they're not full Crypto. Well, sorry, Crypt Lurker, not Crypto. Jesus Christ. Actually, maybe I should go and do that before I go back. And actually get some gear. I think I want the stuff that's gonna give me defenses, honestly. Oh. Wow, that's not a lot of poetics. Of course. Yeah. Will's inventory in particular I have not cleared out in a long time. Pretty much just eyeball, something I can always take out, funnily enough. Yeah, everything else should have room then. Alright. How embarrassing. Alright, try again. Oh my god. I'm so used to every other cast in the game being a, being one that has the whole, slide cast thing, that on mounts, I never let the cast bar go. Oh, right. You don't get the AoE spenders after that. That's probably what those extra OG CDs were that you unlock at, like... where do you unlock those again? 90? Oh my god, dude. Damn. But we could keep going. I almost walked right into that AoE and I didn't even fucking realize it. Holy shit. Oh, right, that's the single target version. So I really like the idea of completing a combo and getting an OG CD finish there. Like, it's neat. Still grappling with it. What of hidden buttons? Why? Oh my god. I fucking buffeted it. God damn it. I was about to talk to them about... We've been having a discussion about jobs, and one of them asked, oh, how's Picto? I haven't tried it yet. I was about to say, Picto's great. Below level 50, it is a snore fest. Oh, god damn it. Ugh. Yeah, and you have to spend that hit. Ugh. There we go. Wait, did I not finish that combo correctly? What? How the fuck would I have managed to do that? Because I really like entering this flow state of just, like, following this thing and then every now and then just going, hit the flashing button. Yeah, I just really dislike the double weave. And especially when the burst window looks like it's nothing but that. It's like, oh, fuck, okay. Oh, Jesus, he got a head. Fuck. Whoop. God, that has really, really aggressive animation slowing. That was the wrong button. Oh, well. Fuck this guy in particular, I guess. Nope. Absolutely not. I'm not dealing with that today. Like, I should just shut my brain off, but I can't help but, like, try and think about the plans I need ahead. And because the job is so fast-paced in that regard, I actually lose track of what I need to be fucking doing. Oh, are we not? Oh, okay. No. What? What? Why? But why, though? Sunscreen Eater, Jesus. I just looked at the names. Also, Leon S. Kennedy. Playing Dark Knight. Oh no. Miss Dragon's trick. Drops thingy again. Yes. Oh shit. I still forgot. Fuck. Probably the most ghetto sandwich I've ever made. What did you make? Did I get that? Also, like, ghetto, really? That's the descriptor we chose? Oh. I didn't get the music. Rip. But I did get a commendation. Still haven't hit 80. God damn. Yeah, can't join any of those. Went to make a ham sandwich, but I'm out of regular sliced cheese, so I put a layer of ham, some shredded cheese on top, and then another layer of ham and microwaved it. Okay, Ryuzaki, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if this is a white moment or, like, what, but that is... Not only would I not describe that as ghetto, I wouldn't even describe that as unusual. I am almost certain that that people have done that before. Or, sorry, you've ever made. Sure. I don't think it's that, like... Oh, no. Hey, fellas, how's it going? No, you shut up. That's a bit better. So create. Here you go. Soma. The video game. Also, I'm not gonna lie. You know what I would actually really love? Oh. No, if it's just on the gauge, it's probably not enough for what I'm thinking. I would really love just the word hind or flank to be on the gauge. Like, I just want that buff. I just want the first word of that buff. No. Why am I even reading this? I've literally done this before. I don't need to be reading it. Number 23 in the leveling thing. Oh, God. Hello? Oh, right. This is going through, like, the music videos credits. Right. It's one bad thing about going through YouTube specifically. Sometimes you end up having the music video instead of just, like, the audio, and... yeah. Okay, now here's some fast fucking chugging we can play Viper to. I haven't listened to Lorna Shore in a while. Which isn't surprising, considering I've been, like, on a hip-hop and rap kick for the last, like, month. Wait, no. 2 months? Jesus Christ, it's been 2 months since the beginning of May. Oh my god. I'm gonna vomit. The inexorable march of time, why would you do this to me? At least the queue is going pretty fast. Then again, I guess leveling is, like, one of the queues that's, like, applicable to the most dungeons possible, considering A Realm Reborn and the rest of them. Oh, no wonder I'm fucking having problems here. I'm a level 80 in a level 85 area. That's why I got fucking destroyed. I don't know why that did not occur to me, but maybe it's because I've been playing the game long enough in Endwalker to just go, eh. All of the areas in here are level agnostic. I shouldn't need to worry about that. Wolfie? Yes, you do. Maybe I should... Wait, what do I have it? I've only got Bard at 90. Ugh. I don't know how much more of this I'll do on stream. I was hoping, like, I'd level a little bit quicker, but then I forgot that I didn't have the Tribe Quest dailies unlocked, so... Huh? Oh. Oh, that was wrong. Got him. I do wonder if, I haven't been paying attention to the glow as much as I have, but, like, I know that there's a blue and a yellow on each of the blades when you enter the second bit, and I wonder if there's something to that. Well, I wonder what the reason for that is. Because I can kind of understand it, right? You've got the one blade with the solid color for your first, because it doesn't matter. You've got the different colored blade, one glowing red to indicate the first step, and then the second step, the second step, and then the third step is divided up such that there's 4 distinct sections. That seems to make sense. But, like, I do wonder if it glows orange for a positional, blue for a different positional. Or blue and orange depending on the positional. That could be, like, a very simple shorthand that you end up getting from it, but I don't know if that's actually how it works yet, so... War. Mech turtle. Oh, here we go. You know what? I'm gonna call it there, I think, because I thought I'd be getting into something interesting today, but between the queue not being fast and stuff, I think it's just better off to call it here and be like, well, I'll pick this up another time when it's more interesting. Let's close up the music there. Oh. So yeah. We're gonna finish up there for today. Wasn't as interesting as I had hoped, but, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I decided to play 14 tonight, because I figure that with the official launch, there might be a bit more traffic, so, you know, good time to get some stuff out of the way and, you know, not have to fight queues. So tomorrow or Wednesday or both, I'm going to be playing some Elden Ring. Yeah, DLC kind of ignited the fire in me, but I want to make sure I don't burn myself out and slam my face against another boss for ages like I did last time. And then Thursday, I'm going to be taking the night off, because on Friday, and for the 5 days after that, I'm going to be gunning it through the Dawn Trail MSQ. At this stage, it's going to be per day 2 4-hour streams with like an hour and a half break in between. Depending on how I'm feeling, I may do a little more than that, but probably not. I'm going to try and pace myself as much as I can. And in the midst of that, on Sunday, we're going to hopefully continue Ace Attorney and be done with that blasted fucking case. Fucking dirty Cocoon money. But yeah, those are kind of the plans for the foreseeable future. And there's not really much else to go after, because I'm not going to raid, because a lot of people playing 14, I'd rather not raid into people that I'm going to get spoiled by. Yeah. Sounds good. So, thank you very much for watching live or on the VODs. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a lovely day, and I hope to see you all next time.